Hi, welcome back to Cannabis with Kim. I am going to be doing some infusing today. Yes, I will be using the Ardent. More I'm using it, the less mistakes I make. But this is a new adventure, so I figured it was a great time to film it. And I'm going to be taking, and this is East Coast Sour Diesel. So this is going to be my daytime for my coffee in the morning, or whatever I drink in the morning. So I'm going to use, and again, full spectrum. Great. So let's look at I pulled the label off because, of course, I stash all my labels. So as you can see, we have the total is 831.5 milligrams. So that's how much I'm going to put in this little 1.5 ounce jar. I'm putting the entire amount, which is, again, if you look at the label, let's try to get you focused. 1,000 milligrams, okay? Or in other words, 1 gram. Actually, it's 1.0005. And for my math students, that would be 1 and 5/10,000ths of a gram. That's the usable marijuana. So I've been sitting on this for a little while, and I decided it was time. So I'm going to try to do this, and I'm going to just make it super dosed. So that's why I decided today would be a good day. So what I'm going to do is, okay, in here I melted, I don't know if you can, but it's coconut oil, okay, extra virgin, non-refined, unrefined. So what I'm going to do is I am going to squeeze all of this, and again, for those of you that never really used RSOs, you can see it's just like a goopy tar. It's just like resin. Okay, can you see it? There it is. It's coming out. Now I'm gonna try to do, because I mean, honestly, over 800 milligrams of East Coast Sour Diesel for a morning jolt is a pretty decent amount. So I think I'm gonna save just a little bit of this, okay? And again, if you've never really seen these, let's take a quick look. Let me get it on the counter so it'll focus better. Oh, look, trying to look for my numbers here. So here we go. If you see, it goes by 1/10 of a gram. Okay, so obviously you can see, and actually you can, it has little tick marks that break it down, so you can break it down to a half, okay? And then you can see that I have 2/10 left. So I've got 2 doses pretty much in the chamber. So I'm just gonna hang on to this for another time. And so a lot of this goes to waste because we hit it on stuff. So what I did was I just pulled back on here, okay? Pull back, and it sucks that resin back in. Not 100%, because I kind of really let it curl out there for you guys to see it. But I can do that later. So now what I'm going to do is, now this, again, reminder, full spectrum, RSO, East Coast Sour Diesel, Sativa. And again, we're probably looking at now about 800 milligrams for this 1.5 ounce container. So I've already melted my coconut oil to make life a little bit easier. So I'm gonna, and this is, the RSO is already activated. So we don't have to decarb it. All right, all we have to do, so you can see I just filled it all the way up to the top with coconut oil. All right, and now I'm just gonna put it into the Ardent and infuse, okay? So what I have found very helpful in Ardent work is, yes, tongs are the lifesaver. So let's get that entered in. I just don't know why it doesn't want to focus. Boom, ba, boom, way down in the bottom. So that's why, again, having tongs is really great when you're working with the Ardent. Now, this is actually the reason I bought the Ardent. It was not to really decarb my weed or even infuse. I just found that, wow, once you start using this, it's really fun. So anyway, this is the reason I bought it, was for concentrates, because I didn't really have a good method for infusing for concentrates. So my girlfriend was like, hey, here's a coupon. Get your butt in gear and buy it. And so I'm really happy I did. I'm going to tell you, it was a great investment. Look for the coupons. So anyway, A1. Oh man, did I get the bad thumbs down and comments. Oh, Jack, it's okay. For decarbing in A1. No, I'm sorry. I did it on A2 on accident. A2 is for CBD. And I put really high percentage THC bud in there. So I got in trouble. Anyway, but when you start up the Ardent, it starts on the A1. So press your M. And now we're on A2. That's where you would pull just the CBD out. And then if you press the M again, you can see the infuse lights up, okay? And then obviously after that one is the bake. But we're infusing. So I am going to press this. And we will let it infuse into the coconut oil. And I don't even really have to infuse it. And in fact, they might have, and maybe somebody can tell me, but I think A2 is at a lower temperature for a shorter amount of time. And maybe that's what pulls out the CBD. I got to double check that fact. But I believe the Ardent instructions, or one of the emails once said that using the A2 with especially the fact that this is already activated, okay? This is already activated. So I don't think we have to actually use the entire infuse. I mean, we could really just melt it in the coconut oil, to be honest with you, and that would be it. But I really kind of just want to soften it up and move it around. So I'm going to do this for a little while to put a little bit of heat on it. But I'm not going to leave it in for the full 2 hours. Okay. So there we are. Infusion, full spectrum, RSO, East Coast sour diesel, hoping for approximately 800 milligrams in 1.5 ounces. Okay. Fingers crossed.